Good morning. Um, really, as quickly as possible. Um, God's been dealing with me for probably about 5 months in regards to the calling He has on my life. He's been dealing with me in my spirit through other people. And the other day I was on the way home and He spoke to me and gave me Jeremiah 1. He was like, remember when I called Jeremiah and I told him before I formed him in his mother's womb, I had sanctified him and ordained him a prophet to men. And Jeremiah, his excuse was, I can't speak. I'm just a child. And God told him, don't say that I'm just a child. He was like, if I called you, basically, I'm paraphrasing, if I called you to it, then I'm going to be with you every step of the way, putting these words in your mouth for you to speak. He said, don't be afraid of men in their faces, because basically I got you covered. And that's what He spoke to me. That's those words that He spoke to Jeremiah. That's what He spoke to me, because my concern is always, Lord, how are the people going to receive me? And He said, you're worried about the wrong thing. I told you to do something, and I need you to do it. Don't mess around and be like Jonah. I told you to go one way, and you going the opposite way. And so you had to go through extreme consequences, being swallowed up by this fish, all because, and you're putting other people in jeopardy because they headed in the wrong direction with you. It might have been the right direction for them, but here you go. You're going to follow behind them and do what they're supposed to be doing, and you're doing the wrong thing. Anyway, so, He spoke that to me, and He said, if I'm calling you, and I always pray about purpose. Lord, allow me to fulfill my purpose in you. And I always pray that. But then when He shows me this vision, I'm like, whoa, that's too big. That's too big. And I put myself in this box to just, my comfort zone. It's my comfort zone. But I lock myself up in this box, and I'm bigger than this box, and I'm uncomfortable because the box is too small for me. And God said, go forth and do what I told you to do. I will reward you. If you just do my will, I got you. The world looks so big. It seems like the task He has is overwhelmingly huge, and it seems like you can't conquer it. But if He brings you to do it, He will give you the strength, the wisdom, the knowledge, the energy, the fortitude to go forth and do what He told you to do. So be great. I'm telling you this. This is my testimony. I don't talk to people about my calling. And people have been prophesying to me heavily over the last couple of months. Even, it just comes out of nowhere. It's always so random. And like I said, I don't share this stuff with people because, like I said, I don't know how people will receive me. However, if it doesn't matter, God said, don't be afraid of men and their faces. So I gotta stop worrying about how people will receive me and do what God has called me to do. Be great. I said all of that to say, be great. Be who God called you to be. Don't lock yourself up in a box just to be, what you do on a daily basis, And you wonder why sometimes your job annoys you, and after a while you grow weary doing a job. Me, after about 3 or 4 years in the same position, same job, I get bored. Now, I have a great job history, work history, but after about 3 or 4 years, I'll get bored. And then doing the same thing. And then I wonder why I grow weary doing things. It's because I'm not doing what God called me to do in the first place. So be great. Going back, I keep going back into it, but be great. Be who God called you to be. Don't just be little old ordinary. Talk to myself, Deandra. Be extraordinary. Be extraordinary, because God did not create me to be mediocre. Be great.